Hello! Today we're going to see something that is called, in English it's called verb patterns, well that's one way to call it, and or what is the same when two verbs are together, when two verbs are next to each other, and I'm going to use Spanish to explain this as well. So you're going to learn a bit about Spanish and English today. And what is it? As I said, two verbs are together. Look at these examples in Spanish. We have two verbs together. Prometo, ser. Prometer, ser. Querer, llorar. Necesitar, oír. Two verbs together. And this is in present, present, present. Well, they are in present. And the second verb. What is the form of the second verb in Spanish? Ser, llorar, oír, evitar, ocultar, ver. That's not present. That's simple form. That's infinitive form. Infinitive form. Simple form of the verb. But in English, these verbs are going to change a bit. Present simple and this, right? I promise. Present simple. I promise to be faithful, loyal. I promise to be. One form. Promise, present simple, no problem, right? Quiero llorar. If someone tells me, I promise to be faithful, I promise to love you forever, I am going to say, I want the same. I want to cry. This is so romantic. To cry. Infinitive in English. Infinitive can take two. Necesito oír tu voz. De nuevo. I need. Easy. I need to hear your voice. I need to hear your voice. Easy. So. Because evitar. No puedo evitarlo. No puedo evitar amarte. No puedo evitar amarte. No puedo evitar in English is I can't help. That's how we say no puedo evitarlo. It's impossible. I can't help. To love? No, I can't help. I can't help loving you. I just love you. I can't help loving you. Loving. Not to love. Loving. No te recomiendo ocultar tu amor. That's bad. That's bad for your health and for your mind. No te recomiendo ocultar tu amor. I don't recommend hiding. ING again. Hiding your love. I don't recommend that, right? Hiding. I don't recommend hiding your love. And guess what? Yes. Extraño ver tu cara. Extraño ver su cara. Extraño ver tu cara is the same. I miss, verb in simple present, no problem. But ver tu cara, I miss looking at your face. I miss seeing your face. I miss looking. So, well, it's not so hard actually. What is the clue? When we have two verbs that are together in a sentence, in English we have two options. The second verb, this is the first verb, the second verb is going to be in infinitive form, to be, to cry, to hear, or ing form, loving, hiding, looking. But how do I know? How do I know if I have to use infinitive to or if I have to use ing? How do I know? There is no way actually to really knowing. The point is, there is no rule. But the verb, the first verb indicates the form of the second verb. The first verb requires that, right? So the requirement for promise to have another verb after him is, after him, after it, after the verb, is use the infinitive, please, right? So promise says, okay, a verb can be next to me, but in infinitive form. I don't accept other forms. The verb miss, I miss doing this. I miss says, okay, I can have a verb next to me, but the verb needs to be with an ing. I don't accept any other form, right? So these verbs accept a verb next to them, but there are two possibilities. Depends on what the verb says, on what the verb requires. Need says yes, but the verb must be infinitive with to, right? I need to hear you. I need to give you more examples, or actually I need to give you a list of verbs that are going to be followed by to, and a list of verbs that are going to be followed by ing, right? So the first verb can be conjugated in any tense. That is important. You can have present, past, future, etc., right? Decide. We use verbs with verbs followed by another verb in infinitive, right? To, well, actually the form is by to, and a verb are decide. Decide. Decidí comprarme muchos zapatos. Decidí is in past. Comprar. To buy a lot of shoes. Oof. That's just an example. It's not my case. I decided to buy a lot of shoes. I decided in past, no problem, conjugation different, but this is always infinitive. Decide plus infinitive. I decided to buy a lot of shoes. Past, decided. Hope. I know you all hope to pass my class with an MB. You all hope. I hope. You hope to pass. You hope to pass the class, right? Learn. You have to learn to speak English clearly. You have to learn to speak English more fluently, more naturally. You have to learn to speak English. I think that's important. Need, of course, right? I need to give you some examples. I want to go back to I want to go back to school. I want to go back. I am planning to buy a new computer. My computer is not so good. I am planning to buy a new computer, but I don't have money. So I am planning to buy. I am planning to buy. Promise, of course. I promise to help you get a good grade. I promise. I am trying, right? I am trying to speak English, teacher, but it's so difficult. I am trying to speak, try to practice every day. Why don't you try that? Would like, remember, I would like to see you again. I would like to see you in person. I would like. When you have these verbs in any tense, present, past, future, whatever, the second verb that can accompany these verbs is with this form, right? Promise to go, try to speak, would like to see you, I would like to see you again, I would like to do that. Now, this is a group of verbs that is followed by another verb with an infinitive form, and remember the second option is a verb with an ing form. So the verbs that are followed by ing forms are, as I said, no puedo evitar amarte como te amo. I can't help. So this is no poder evitar, right? No poder evitar, right? Evitar like evito fumar enfrente de mi mamá. Well, that's just an example. I don't smoke, but evito fumar enfrente de mi mamá porque luego se pone loca. So I avoid. Cuando sí lo evitas. Avoid. I avoid smoking in front of my mom. I can't help loving you the way I do. I can't help loving you. I avoid smoking in front of people. I avoid smoking, right? Enjoy. Remember, enjoy. Remember, well, I hope you know this. Enjoy. I enjoy singing. Oh, I enjoy singing. I enjoy giving classes, actually. Consider, right? Have you considered changing school? Have you considered moving country? Have you considered doing this, right? Deny, right? My ex-boyfriend, you kissed her. No, I didn't kiss her. No. He denied kissing her. He denied kissing her, right? Deny. Finish. Imagine. Miss, of course. Practice. You should practice speaking. You should practice reading. You should practice relaxing. Recommend and suggest, right? Recommend and suggest are followed by a verb in ing, right? I finished doing my homework. I imagine traveling, only in my mind, because you know we cannot do that. I imagine traveling all around the world with the love of my life. I imagine traveling around the world. Okay, I miss hugging people. I really miss hugging people when I say hello. Practice reading, right? Practice reading aloud. Practice reading aloud. Read aloud. I recommend going. Suggest. Whatever. Okay. This list of verbs. These verbs accept a second verb next to them with the ing form. Ing form. Remember, you just have to learn the verbs. There's no other way. Another important point. There are some verbs that will accept both forms. Those are like, hate, prefer, and love. I like to drink beer on Thursdays, only Thursdays, not Tuesdays, not Wednesdays, not Mondays, not Sundays, only on Thursdays, specific. I hate to see that my students are not paying attention. I hate to see that. Very specific thing, right? I prefer to go now than later. I prefer to go now at this moment, right? I love to sing in private, not in public. I love to sing only in private, to myself, only in private. Specific situations. But when it's something more general, I like drinking. Anything. I like to drink beer on Thursdays, but I like drinking beer and water and juice and vodka and tequila. I like drinking. I hate saying injustice. I prefer going to the cinema. I love singing. In general, right? In general. General, ing. I like drinking, I like whatever, and a specific moment, a specific situation, right? Under specific circumstance. Right? I like to drink with my friends. Alone? No. I hate to see the cell phone when I give class. I hate to see the cell phone when I gave class because I have to give classes online. It's a very specific thing, right? I hate to see the cell phone when I am explaining something. I don't like that. I like it. I think I'm getting accustomed. That is that is something when we combine two verbs together, right? Like drink, like to drink, like drinking, but not like drink. I like drink, I hate see, I prefer go. No, we have to use one form or another form, all right?